Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing, man? Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Matt Antonelli here. So a couple of weeks ago, we interviewed Jake Gustin, a Division I baseball player at Bryant University. We asked him a bunch of questions. You guys seem to really enjoy that. And a lot of you were asking for me to interview some players from other divisions of college baseball. And so what we're going to do here is I interviewed Johnny Reyna. He's a coach with our Antonelli baseball team. He just recently got out of college not too long ago, and the interesting thing about Johnny is that he has played at the Division I level, the Division II level, and at the junior college level. Okay, so he's transferred a couple of times, and I asked him a bunch of different questions, and it'll be interesting to see the differences between divisions, between D1, D2, and Juco. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to throw the questions up here. I hope you enjoy.
For the D1, D2, and junior college, it was pretty much always in the morning, unless it was a lab class. So a class that had a lab, usually it was a night class, just because if you had that lab, it's an extra hour, which means it would push in the other class time. So for those lab classes, you're definitely going to want to take those in the fall. You're going to want to meet with your athletic academic advisor, and they'll help schedule your classes, make sure you're staying on course and you're getting the minimum credit requirements you need, progress towards your degree. 5 classes a semester or 4, but I think the biggest difference between high school and college when it comes to the education part of it is definitely the fact that not all professors lecture with PowerPoint and or use like visual aid. Some will just literally stand there and start talking to you about what you read. And then after they start talking about what you read, they'll keep going a little bit more about other stuff that's not in the book that you have to write down. So I use an app called Notability, which was on my laptop. It's for MacBook, so I don't know if it has it for Windows, but you're able to actually record the lesson, the lecture, as well as type notes in it. And then I would go back and re-listen to it whenever I would go back and review the material for the class. So that definitely helped me a lot, especially going from high school where notes were pretty much handed to me, regardless if I was in honors classes or not. Fall ball at D1, D2, when you first get there, you have individuals, so it's like small groups of guys. You're usually the same position, and you do like an hour of hitting with the coach, or you do an hour of defense, whatever it is. That's separate from the strength and conditioning, so that's when you first get there, and then you do that until the official start date of team practice. Whenever the coaches declare that is, they report it or whatever, then you have a certain amount of days to practice as a team, and then it goes back to individuals right before Christmas. So you inter-squad almost every day, whether it's the coach throwing BP and doing situational hitting stuff, or it is like you facing live guys on your team. You guys go and say playing 4 innings or whatever with guys starting on first and second in every inning that day, or second and third, or bases loaded, 1 out, whatever it is. So they can change the situation up throughout the fall, make it a little more intriguing, a little more fun, honestly, sometimes, because sometimes it kind of just gets to a lull where people just start going through the motions. You play like 20-something, almost 30 games in the fall against outside competition on top of playing your own team. So at my Juco, we played, like I said, 20-something, almost 30 games against Division I schools, Division II schools, Division III schools, other junior colleges in the area. It gave us exposure to the 4-year schools, as well as gave us an opportunity to go and try to beat somebody else who wasn't on our team. So we really enjoyed that. First time in 3 years of my college experience playing against somebody in the fall other than my teammates, which was awesome. It's a great way to start building a camaraderie and a tight-knit group, and that was the same team I ended up going to play in a World Series with, so that was awesome. A typical game day schedule in the spring on a Friday, so 6:30, 7 o'clock start. I get up at 7 a.m., I'd shower, go get something to eat, go to class from like 8:30 to 11:30. A lot of times on Fridays, professors tend to let you out a little bit early, so usually around 11 when you get out. And I would immediately go grab lunch real quick, head to the training room, 25 minutes, and then I go to the ballpark, and then I would start stretching, getting loose a little bit by my locker, rolling out, then go to the weight room, start stretching out with some bands, go to the film room, watch film on that night's starter for about 10 to 15 minutes, just watching certain pitches he throws, sequencing, kind of taking a peek at that, but I'm going to review it later. So then I go to the cage, get loose off the tee a little bit, and then I put headphones in and just start visualizing each of those pitches and me hitting them. I do that for about 20 minutes, and then I go back in, I relax for a minute or two. I go back to the film room, I review their top usage guys out of the pen, and what their tendencies and their pitches are, and I do the same thing again. I go back out to the cage. I do it for about 45 minutes now, but I only visualize for about probably 15 to 20, like hard visualization. I'm always visualizing backspinning through the middle, but not the actual pitches coming in the zone. And then I would go back in, and believe it or not, I would take a cold shower. I know it kind of defeats the purpose of it, showering before you're going to go play, but it was something that relaxed me and cooled me back off before I went out and did BPs. So I would shower, I would get changed, I would go find a quiet spot away from everybody and pray for like 2 to 3 minutes, go out, start getting loose with my teammates for BP. My freshman year, I lived with another freshman on the team, and we actually had 18 players, baseball guys in the hallway with us. We're either Juco transfers or incoming freshmen. And then at the junior college, I had a townhouse I shared with 30 other guys, but in reality, only 4 of us paid the bills there, but it was a great time. Tusculum, my junior year, I had an apartment on campus with 4 other people. Because I was a late commit, I kind of got stuck and pushed. So I was supposed to be with one of my teammates I was transferring there with, and they got mixed up, and then I roomed with 2 random guys. And then a golfer, which was awesome. The golfer was became a great friend of mine, actually. And then my senior year, I had a house off campus with 2 teammates.